Hi there, and welcome back to the Energy Sector Heroes podcast. My name is Michelle Fraser, and every week I will speak with incredible people who share their lessons, experiences, and stories from their time spent in the energy sector. Hi there, and welcome back again to this week's episode. If you're new to the show, then please take a second to subscribe and even consider sharing the show with just one other person. This week I am joined by Michel Durand. Michel is the director of EDF. Michel, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Yes, pleased to be with you. So I'm Michel Durand. I'm based in France, and I worked in EDF since 1993. It's a really, really long time, more than 33 years. And I had several experience in EDF and different responsibilities. Half of my career was in French overseas, French department, Guadeloupe, Martinique, French Guyana.
Okay.
As engineer and head manager of EDF in this place. And I also had experience in nuclear. I started my career in a nuclear plant. During perhaps 6 years, I worked in waste management energy. And I went a lot in England as head manager of a subsidiary in Grimsby, in the north of England.
Excellent. I was going to ask you, because you've stayed in one company for a long time, how did you manage to climb the career ladder? Did you find it easy?
Oh, it's several times in my career I ask myself the question, do you want to change of company? Do you want to try to work in other company? Perhaps it will be better. Perhaps you will have more opportunities. And at the end, each time I had this kind of question. It's the life. I had a new opportunity in my company. I don't really try to climb or to have more and more responsibility, but my company offered me responsibility, and I progress each time in the company. So sometimes I asked the question, perhaps you have to change, and in fact I stay in the same company, but I can say that perhaps it's a specific company with a lot of opportunities and a lot of different jobs, so you can stay in the same company but change of work, change of environment. In France, you have a lot of company like that, where you can have your career in the same company, even if it's not still the same now. Young engineers are used to change of company more quickly than an old man like me.
Yeah. Your decision to stay in one company, do you think it benefited your career, or do you?
It's difficult to respond, because I'm not sure that it was benefits. Perhaps I will have other experience and more remuneration, or more earn in another company. But when your life is in way, you have a family, you have children, you begin to have a family responsibility as with your family, and you have decision to take between some advantage, and at the end, I decided to stay in my company because I always had a good job, good responsibilities, and when I compare with other opportunities, my company also offer good advantage. So when you when you begin to look the end of your career, you are sensible about the advantage you have, and you avoid to take more and more risk. So it's a compromise, but I think perhaps I will have other opportunities, more responsibility if I changed. But at the end, I can't complain.
No, because you have had an amazing career. Have you any advice you would like to give the young graduates coming into the energy sector?
Oh, I think the energy sector is really an interesting sector because you work on a very important subject. You have a technical subject, you have a human subject, but you also have the responsibility to provide energy for people, and this is really nice to do that. It's a way to have a good goal in your life, to work for the other, to work to provide something, that electricity that everybody needs each day. So it's a good, it's really a good sector. I think that you have in this sector you have a different kind of company, different kind of domains. It's really important to choose your company and to be sure that you work in a company respecting environments, respecting the rules, respecting people, because in this sector you have company without respect of the rules, without great sensibility to the environment. So I think it's really important to be sure that you choose the good company. And after, I think that the main way to succeed is to be open to the other and to take care of the other, even if at the moment we always speak of profitability figures, EA, and a lot of things to push you to productivity and performance. I think that in energy company, the link between people and the way you take care of your collaborator is really important to succeed.
I agree. But how do you know if you've chosen a good company to work for?
Oh, I think when you are in the company, you before when you choose the company, you can check his policy, his environmental policy, his way to manage risks. It's really easy to find everything on internet and to have a quick view about the reputation of the company. After, when you are in the company, it's easier and really easy to feel if your company which way the company is going regarding environmental aspect, the respect of environment, the respect of population. When you are in the company, it's really easy to understand how your company is making business, and if you are agree with that or not. And if you are not really agree, leave the company. It's the best you
But
can do.
it is hard to leave a company, though, to try and go somewhere else, especially nowadays when maybe jobs are really scarce.
Yes, yes. It's difficult, but I think it's also in long term when you stay in a company and you are not agree with the strategy of the company, it can be very difficult also to manage and to the way to find motivation in your job if you are not agree. It's not easy, and life is short, so career is short, even if 30 years or 40 years seems long. When you are in a company and you are not in good feeling, if you stay, you lose time, you lose energy, you lost energy, you lost part of yourself. Okay, it's difficult to leave or to change of direction of manager, but sometimes it's more important to leave than to stay for a salary.
Okay, I do agree. I think it's if you're in the wrong company in the wrong job, it is hard to stay for just a salary for 40 years. But sometimes you can say the grass is not always greener because you could be going from worse to worse, though.
Yes, yes. It's when you are in an industrial company, you always need to manage the impact of your industry and environmental aspects. If you want no impact, don't work in industry. You know that as an industrial, you will have an impact. So all the company have an impact. So you have to accept that it's not white or black. It's often in the middle. So sometimes you have greenwashing.
Mm.
It's not good. And sometimes it's too much greenwashing. Most of the time, you have company who deal with environmental aspect, with human aspects, even if it's not perfect, even if you can avoid all the impact of your activity on the environment. There is different kind of company, and the company who really wants to manage their environmental aspect, I think that this is a good company.
Mm-hmm.
Greenwashing company is different. When you are an engineer and you work in the company, you quickly see if this is greenwashing. If this is greenwashing, if you are agree with that and you can accept that, no matter. If you think it's too much greenwashing, try to change that if you can. If you can't, I think that it's better to look another company.
And for a younger audience, what is greenwashing?
Greenwashing is it's when you tell or you explain that you are a company trying to work on environmental aspect or human aspect, social aspect, and you say that, but in fact this is only verbs, only words, and there is no act. So you speak. I do that. But when you try to find concrete things, there is nothing. It's only words. So it's easy to do that because you have a lot of opportunities to explain to the public that you are exemplar and you do a lot of things. There is no main of the people don't control or verify if you really do that. So you can have company who only speak and don't really do the things.
Okay, that's interesting. So, do you want to still achieve anything in your career? Because you've gone quite high up in the career ladder. Where's your next move after this?
So at the moment, I work on an interesting point linked with the way to increase electricity consumptions in France. This summer, I will change of job, and I will go in EDF in China to work with the team of EDF in China, and I will be in charge of nuclear division for EDF in China, and perhaps it will be my last job before retirement, perhaps. So okay. It's yes, new experience and very interesting experience.
I think that's amazing, actually. You know, like China, I've worked in China before. It's really good, actually. One of my favorite areas. So how would you prepare for moving over to China? Because it is quite a big move for anybody.
I already moved in my career. And this is a family project to move. This is the first point, and perhaps the main point to have a family project. When you decided to move in China or everywhere in the world, it's really important to be sure that you have a family project for your children, for your wife, or for your husband. So this is my case. We have a family project. So I open my mind to find an opportunity, and there was this opportunity in China. So I compete for the job. I was chosen by my company to go in China. So when you are in the competition, you try to prepare the way you can find the best way to move in China, to move your family in China. So for China, it's not really easy because there is not a lot of information on internet. So you have to find other way to be sure that the destination and the job is it's a good job for you and a good destination for your family. And after that, you have to take a decision with your family to decide if you accept the proposal of your company. And for me, it was really easy because the job is amazing job, and my family is exciting to go in China. So
Yeah, I think it would be amazing, actually. I think it would be amazing. I think you're very lucky, very amazing, actually. So, do you think it's important in your career to maybe work abroad?
yes, I think it's important to be able. It's not so easy, but to be able to move and to take opportunities that you can have if you accept to move. So it can be abroad, it can be in the same country, it can be I don't know for English people, you have a lot of opportunities in the world and in Commonwealth, but I think it's really important to be able, even if it's not easy, to change of location, but to be able to move, to open your opportunities. Me, I always decided to be open. I started to work in nuclear power plants. I had the opportunity to move French overseas. I took the opportunity, and this opportunity, I was 30 years at this time, changed my career. I this opportunity opened other opportunities in French overseas. So in a subsidiary of EDF to work on waste management energy. If I didn't take this opportunity at this moment, I think that I will be an engineer in a nuclear power plant as 100 other engineers. The best decision I took at this moment, it was to open my mind and to accept to move. It was not really abroad. It was in a French department, but it was in another cultural environment and at 8,000 kilometers from my family. So it was a way to move, and I think it's really important to do that.
How would a young person starting in their career, how would they put themselves forward for an opportunity to move abroad? Would they need to discuss it with their managers or?
I think yes. Alors in EDF company, it's as in big company, it's you have the different way to have information about the opportunities. So it's really easy. You can ask you can discuss with your manager, but you also have internet insights side to have information. You can inform your manager that you are open to work in another place. I think that when you are young and you are a young manager and a young engineer, now at the moment you have more opportunities to find a job abroad than when I was a young engineer. Young engineer now have training in several countries. If they can have a part of their training in another country, it's the best way to begin this kind of adventure. And I think I don't know in England, but in France now the young engineer, most of them, part of them, begin to work abroad. they prefer to start to work abroad than in France. They found opportunity in several countries, and they don't hesitate to start to work abroad. They are lucky, and it's fine.
It is lucky, because I think because I've worked in a French company, we used to work in a French company for many years, and I know it's more acceptable for that company culture to send their employees abroad to work if they want to. So I think it's more normal than it is in the UK to work abroad, I think. And I think it expands. I think it expands your experience, and you get a lot of good skills that you might not get if you stayed in one area.
Yes. I thought that English company were used to propose jobs abroad, but
sometimes, yeah, but not always. Some of the big companies, if you work in one division, you would need to put yourself forward. But not everybody wants. It's not for everybody working abroad, I think.
Okay.
I mean, I worked abroad for a long time, and I really enjoyed it, and it really opened your eyes to the different types of engineering and how different countries do their engineering. You think that maybe it's one way, and you go over and you see different skill. You pick up different skills in working with different types of nationalities. I think it's invaluable, that experience.
Yes, I agree. And often when you work abroad, you have also interesting job, because you can work on a big project.
Yeah.
So it's also exciting. Sometimes exciting. The job is really exciting.
Yeah, it can be really exciting. Some of the biggest projects I've done are manufactured abroad, and it's quite rare. You don't go. It's quite rare for you to get in on types of projects like that. Yeah. So, do you have any advice for any of the young graduates starting their career, how to climb the career ladder and things?
I would say be yourself and take responsibility. But always be yourself. Even if you have a lot of responsibility, stay yourself. It's important to be in peace with yourself, to be sure to have a long career and to be able to manage your career in good condition, and to avoid burnout or things like that.
I think it's amazing advice. And with that note, I'm going to end the conversation there, because it's been amazing and you've been amazing. So that's all the questions I have today. I would like to thank Michel for your time. That brings us to the end of another episode. Thanks for listening, and see you next week. That brings us to the end of another episode. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the show, I'd like to gently encourage you to leave a 5-star rating wherever you listen to podcasts, and share the show with another person. You can also follow me on LinkedIn or via my website, www.michelfraserconsultancy.com. Thanks again for listening, and see you next week.